For your family's comfort, brought to you by Green's Plumbing and Modern Heating.
Hi, welcome to For Your Family's Comfort, brought to you by Green's Plumbing and Modern Heating. Today we're going to talk about water, and water touches everybody's life in their home.
It's the main ingredient.
It is.
That's right.
And if you have poor water, it's not a good deal.
That's right.
So today we're going to talk about water testing and how we can test your water to see if your softener is working or if you need a softener.
That's right. And so the first thing we're going to ask you to do this test is to bring in a water sample.
Yep.
And Kathy's holding in her hands 2 little bags. And this test doesn't take a lot of water. You can see just to maybe
and
a half a cup.
And this is plenty.
And you can come in just a regular baggie, nice clean baggie, not one that you took a sandwich out of or anything, but a nice clean baggie. And then a little bit of hard water, and label it hard, and a little bit of soft water, because we want to test both.
A lot of folks bring us like a half a gallon of each,
That's
and we
right.
don't need that.
Yeah, and just write on the baggie, hard and soft, so we know which is which. In this particular case, it's pretty easy to tell. This water is colored. The color can come from tannins, it can come from iron, but most likely it comes from tannins.
And this is nice and clear. This is softened water.
That's right. So in order to see if you need a softener or if your softener is working, again, we need to test it. So we can test for iron and we can test for hardness. We have these little pouches of chemicals and we have these little vials. You can see we've already got a sample of water in here. And when I come to your house, or if we do the test here at the shop, I always do the iron one first, because we want that solution to set for a while, and so that we can see how much iron you actually have in your water. So we'll let that set there. And then we've got this little vial with a pre-measured amount of water in it, and we'll put our chemical in there. And
what's that one testing for?
This is testing for hardness, and you can see it's pink.
So what's the difference? People are probably saying iron, hardness. What's the difference?
Iron is iron, and hardness is like calcium and things like that make your water hard.
And iron is what makes it yellow, right?
That's one of the things that makes it yellow, right? So then we take this dropper and we add these and we'll count the drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we swirl it up. And we start about at 5 drops at a time. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11,
what are you trying
12,
to get it to do?
13, 14, 15. After we get to the right amount, it's going to change color.
Okay.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Holy.
See, it's getting darker.
How dark is it that
22.
you want it to change?
So now water is always different, but basically this has a definite blue tinge instead of the pink tinge.
Yep.
And so we're at 22 drops. So that means this particular water is 22 grains hard.
That's pretty hard.
That's pretty hard. So you definitely need a softener.
Yep.
And then once we've determined that, then we'll go back to this. And we've got this little vial. And again, this column of water is the one that we tested. And we've got different darkness levels here, and this is how we compare. Does this water match this little darkness level, or does it match this one up on top, or someplace in between? And it tells us how many parts per million of iron you have. This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And in this case, I would say we have about 3 parts per million. I think it closely matches the middle one. So in this case, we've got 3 parts per million of iron, and that's definitely enough to stain your fixtures and leave a residue on your nice fixtures and faucets and that type of thing.
So sometimes folks have softeners already, and they call them they're not working, and there's some things that can be wrong with them. They just need to be serviced.
They have all the softeners have a little filter in them. They have a little injector in them, and that can get plugged. That might need to be replaced. And those are common things that have to happen.
Salt could be bridged up.
Salt could be bridged up in your brine tank. You could be out of salt. There's lots of things. But we always want to test your water. So if you're serious about getting your water in tip-top condition, bring us a sample of hard and soft. At our shop, we're at Green's Plumbing and Modern Heating, a mile north of Highway 10 on Highway 59.
So we'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us.